So I want to talk about the Suns versus the Nets because, in my opinion, that was just a great
That was
game.
a good game. I was told, yeah.
Listen, the Suns were cruising at first, but we know how the Nets roll. They'll let
Go on runs.
They'll let you do your thing in the beginning, but then when KD and James Harden, they want to start going, they start going. KD was just catch and shoot, boom, boom, boom.
What happened to James Harden?
He was dishing. He was just getting in the clutch. He was getting to the rim. He scored. He hit a clutch 3.
What do you have,
But-
13?
He sucks.
You have 13?
You got to relax with that, bro.
He sucks.
He had 13, 14, and 13.
Yeah, that's not the 13 we know. We know.
Listen, bro, he shot 0 for 6 from 3, and he shot.
James Harden.
I can't see the regular, and he shot 26% from the field, bro. 4 for 15.
Yes.
Listen,
That's James Harden now.
his job is not to make shots. His job on the Nets is to facilitate, and he facilitates to Patty Mills, LaMarcus, and KD.
Then he shouldn't be taking 15 shots.
He's a GOAT. He can do that. LaMarcus Aldridge takes 12.
So he's not supposed to be doing that, but then he's taking and shooting 26%.
Listen, the only reason the Nets lost is because Chris Paul decided to be Chris Paul tonight. I can't lie. Chris Paul is top 5. He went off in the fourth quarter. He was hitting the sidestep little bullshit threes that.
He's a
Look
closer.
at Devin Booker, though, man.
Devin Booker is nice, but Devin Booker is just, again, getting to shots we know he can make. Like, Chris
Paul's
Paul,
a closer.
you got to live with him shooting that.
Yeah,
Like, what
if
is
he's gonna
that?
shoot that?
And he's
you
making
gotta
it every time in
yeah.
the mid-range. And, again, okay, you expect it from but the threes? That's very tough. Chris
Chris Paul's
Paul, I'll give it to
banging
you. Chris Paul, I fuck with you.
I
They're
felt
good
him
shots.
too.
I can live with the Nets losing by 6 when Chris Paul hits those again unreal shots. Again, one of the greatest point guards ever. We can live.
You know the thing I will say about the Nets?
They shouldn't be
which
losing, though.
last year, they were scoring like 120 a game. They're not scoring as much as they were last year, but they're playing a little bit better defense. So,
But then you got to remember that 20 points missing from Kyrie.
yeah,
Because if you throw that in, they're right at. Because again, I feel like he
yeah,
doesn't.
but then you got to take away a couple points from other people.
I don't think so. I think
So
again,
he's just 20 points, and everyone else is going to stay.
you
exactly
like look.
where
You
they're
think
at.
because then right now, KD's averaging 28,
Okay.
and Harden's averaging probably like I can look. Harden's averaging
18.
20. So you think when
18
Kyrie
enough.
comes back, they average less than that?
No, they're going to score a little bit more. I'm saying the role it takes away from the role players, but
But the role players don't
score.
average that much. Like, I mean, Bembry scores 18, LaMarcus scores 18. Bembry, you're right. Bembry probably scores less. But LaMarcus still gets his 18, I think. And Patty Mills still gets his 9.
I'm saying when he comes back in the lineup, they'll probably score another like 5 to 8 points a game, maybe a little more.
I'd give
but
him 10.
They're not going to score 20 more points a game just because he comes back and he's going to score 20.
I think they score 10 on more. I think they score more efficient 10 when Kyrie comes back. Because he's
Well, yeah,
going to
Kyrie's
plug
back
in
is a
right for
whole different
Bembry. Like, Bembry is starting. Bembry. Okay. And he still scored 18.
He's playing pretty good, yeah.
But again, Harden was getting him the ball in that role. He's playing with Bruce
How
Brown.
many
used
assists
to
did
do.
Harden have?
13, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, no, 14.
Who?
Harden had 13 rebounds, 14 assists. Like, that's tough.
That's like a Westbrook game now. Like put up a that's a good
His plus
stat
minus
line.
was
But
eight.
again, I watched the
8.
game. Again, in the clutch, he's making the right play every time, which you can't put a stat on that.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
You know what I
but
mean?
That,
Yeah.
like, we
He's
always
making the
we
right
always-
decisions.
We always rip on Westbrook.
For making the wrong decisions.
No, but Westbrook has those stat lines, but then you look at his shooting percentage and turnovers, and it's like, oh, he didn't really have
Look
that
at the
great
plus
of a game.
minus, though, also. You got to think about
What's the plus minus? What was the plus
Harden was
minus?
minus 11.
No, Harden's minus 8. But the only person
If you're James Harden, you should be minus 8.
the only person who's positive is Bembry has plus 8 and James Johnson has plus 14.
Yeah, but he didn't
but
get
again, the
like
reason why I said I watched the game, they were coasting the first 3 quarters. That's why they're negative plus minus. Because then when they stepped up, they were going crazy. Again, I think the Nets are still my second team. I put the Bucks above them right now in the East. But I had the Nets sitting at 2. Chicago fell for